Hi, this is Armando with the Boxing Corner. With the current, with boxing being in recess, since Amir Khan and Carlos Molina fought in the middle of December. As a matter of fact, Adamek and Cunningham fought the week after that. But like I said, since there has been a recess for boxing, I decided to watch a lot of boxing matches, and I decided to retouch up on this fight, this classic fight between Jose Luis Castillo versus Diego Corrales, or as many people know him, Chico. This is a fight that it's been talked about for easily almost a full decade. It's almost been 10 years, sort of, since the fight happened. I think it was in '03 or '04. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't quite remember. I've seen this fight a couple of times over the past, couple of years, and from time to time I rewatch it just out of pure pleasure. And this is the fight stuff. This is the fight that legends are made of. I'm not sure a lot of fighters want to be in this kind of caliber of a fight, but most fighters I assume would rather see a fight of this caliber than actually being in this fight of this caliber. But it was a hell of a fight. I mean, it's got Hall of Fame fights, one of the best fights ever kind of stature, up there with Gotti and Ward, and I mean just the countless fights out there. Diego, he always looked massive for the super featherweight and the lightweight divisions, which is the 130 and 135. He just seemed like a Paul Williams when Williams was fighting at 147, and even at 154, Williams was always really fucking big. But let's talk about this fight. It was a unification fight. Both guys put their lightweight belts on the line, and they wanted to, settle the score. Round one. I'm not gonna break it down to the rounds very much. I'm just gonna try to overall talk about the fight. Round one, I just gave it to Castillo. It was a fight that was just like a feel-out round. I think Castillo definitely won that first round. I don't even know why I'm talking about this first round, but the second round is when let the phone booth fight begin, because the second round on till nearly the 10th fucking round where it ends was just a constant barrage of vicious attacks, and these guys were not letting up. Most fighters fighting this sort of fight will fatigue, and these guys were fatiguing. You can tell maybe around the 6th and 7th round these guys were getting tired, because it really was a phone booth fight where both guys were forehead to forehead, constantly throwing, constant attack, constant body work, constant uppercuts, and it was just a treat to see. I'm sure a lot of people thought, hey, this is gonna be a good fight to see live and over the airwaves, but I'm sure a lot of people didn't realize how special this fight was, based on how vicious and just the constant work rate of both guys not wanting to give in, and that's what made it such a special fight. Now, Castillo was doing great work with the uppercuts. When they were together, he would throw a lot of these uppercuts that would bob Chico's head back, and I was like, yes, keep doing that shit. And it seemed like Castillo had a little bit more power in the earlier rounds to stun Chico, for the most part, but Chico was definitely hanging in there. In the fourth round I think it was in the fourth round, I think it was a key round where Castillo, he got cut, I think on his left side right here. That was a real bad gash, and Tony Weeks actually proclaimed it to be a clash of heads. Again, they still engaged in the fourth round, fifth round, sixth round. Seventh round was a huge round for Chico. I mean, he was just catching him. I mean, with hooks. I mean, just outworking him. He actually stunned Castillo at the end of the round. And a lot of times, you would see during the fight, Diego would take over early, and Castillo would end strong. With, for the most part, Castillo was getting the best of him near the end of the rounds. But in this particular 7th round, Diego had the better of him pretty much throughout the entire round. That 7th round was definitely Chico. Now, as a judge, trying to see this fight, I actually kind of felt bad for these guys, because I'm like, how in the hell, are you going to see a fight like this? I mean, they're watching it at weird angles and punches are being landed. They're not 100% sure if actually punches are landing cleanly, even though they are. But it's a different perspective watching it over the TV than watching it live. But the 8th round again was a crazy round. Diego just dominating early, and Castillo just finished very strong, ridiculously strong. 9th round was that round where Castillo was in a little bit of trouble. And this thing is starting to act all stupid. Castillo was starting to get well, he started throwing a lot of some low blows, which had Tony Weeks saying, hey, you need to calm down. But for the most part, it was kind of a hard round to, I think I gave it to Castillo, but it was kind of a hard round to really to judge. 10th round kicks in, the key round. Early on, a left landed on Diego Corrales that had him on his ass, I think the first 25 or 30 seconds of the round. And the fucking arena just exploded. I think in the midst of the knockdown, his mouthpiece popped out. And then obviously he gets up, makes the count. Up until then, Diego's eyes looked like fucking Andre Berto's eyes. They were like, I mean, he was fucking beat. You can tell in his face he was beat. So his mouthpiece is out, throw him to the corner, washes it off, comes back out again. Castillo going out there to finish him, drops his ass again. Castillo, he grabbed his mouthpiece, and Tony Weeks saw it. He deducted a point in the corner, and almost instantaneously, Castillo was on the Diego caught Castillo against the ropes with a right, and Castillo was out, and Diego was just throwing. He was throwing in bunches, and the fight was stopped. The fight, in my opinion, was legitimately stopped because Castillo was definitely hurt in that particular moment, and Diego, coming down from 2 knockdowns and a point deduction, came back and dropped. It was a TKO stoppage. They stopped the fight, and it was just fucking pandemonium in the arena. One hell of a fight. It was a fight that I'm gonna be honest, I didn't see it live because it was, long time ago. But I have seen it, throughout the years. I've seen it multiple times, and even when I still watch it, like I did today again, it still brings chills whenever I see it, especially that 10th round and the 8th round. But yeah, I just thought I'd share this with you. Let me know what you think. I'm sure everybody has an opinion on this fight. So damn, the video is like 9 minutes long. I didn't expect it to be this long. But thanks for watching. This is Armando with the Boxing Corner, and I'll see you next time.